All right. Good morning and welcome to our Anarchy Day Trading Live. Today we're going to be trading the markets here. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. What are you getting, buddy? All right, hold on. We got ourselves a little bit. See, my wife appears to have lost her phone. Just ring that for her. And let's see where we go here. Okay. Looks like maybe we're dropping a few frames, but hopefully we've got our internet issues taken care of now here. Okay, so let's get started. Um, Going through our top-down analysis. Not too much news today, so if we go over here and we look at the news for today, you'll see we just came out with the German final CPI numbers, which were as to be expected. So nothing great or newsworthy there. Have some potential news perhaps coming out today, but again, probably no red folders or anything, so we're probably going to be fine trading the London session today. To be aware, the probably US 30 today, so Dow and Nasdaq might not be moving much. We've got core PPI and I believe later in the day FOMC as well. So those things are probably going to have a bit of impact on the US indices, so they might not be moving very much today. So we're just going to probably focus most on DAX, but we'll still chart the other ones just for a little bit of a practice as well. So let's start here. So a bit of a rally over the last couple days for the indices, which I thought were just going to be just dropping right off the map, but trying to make a little bit of a rally here. So let's see what they do. As always, we're going to just start with our daily low, which is we're going to use a purple line for that, and it's just dropping right now. And then we'll mark the daily high as well. So there's our two lines. Just tell us kind of where our daily limits are right there. We can adjust those later. And then let's just look at some targets. So where do we think price can go? Well, price already yesterday went and tested the 200 on the daily. We're going to use the yellow line. We always use yellow lines for that. You can use whatever color you want. I use yellow. And if it breaks through that 200, maybe it goes to up to there, or even a bit harder, we start railing up to probably kind of where this goes, hits these wicks, hits all this consolidation, maybe the top of that wick, doesn't really matter. So somewhere around there. And honestly, I could see this dropping because we're kind of going right into this kind of resistance area. So if it drops, where can it drop? Well, bottom of this candle, all these wicks, top of this candle, kind of bottom of this wick. If not, let's look at half of this candle from yesterday. So that would be kind of like right there, right at the 9. And if it keeps dropping, could go down to the kind of those wicks, or if it goes farther, all the way down to here. If we want a middle target, we can look on the 1 hour, but we could always consider, half of that if we want to look for a bit of a little small, bit of a more of a target for our scalping. So that's it on the daily. Don't need to do much more for today. Again, we're all just trading the London session. So now let's look at this on the 1 hour. Um, so if we look at it on the 1 hour, if we've got a lot of room, we've got kind of some big support over here all the way across, as you can see here as well. Support, resistance. Never really did break up here, so we'll put a line up there. And then finally, we had some wick action here, but never did manage to close below that. So that's going to be another target for us. So good. All right. Already breaking through, as you see here. We can draw a line as well. Kind of the low of day, which goes over here. So if it breaks down, we'll be looking for a retest. But that's pretty much all we need right now. We're gonna and again, we could probably put another line because put another one here. But let's look at this on the 5 uh, and go from there. All right, 5 minute. Yep, about as anticipated. I like where this is, although we're kind of going consolidation today. But if it broke through, retested, could we get some more power to get out of there? Possibly. This one just broke down. Again, we're kind of looking there. So let's see what we get here over the next 5-10 minutes. So we're going to come up, retest half of this candle, and then continue to drive down. or is this going to kind of just pop up kind of where we have over here? We have this wicked low. We're just going to pop and start going bullish again. Don't know. Kind of low on the RSI here, but again, doesn't really mean too much for us in the grand scheme of things. But I'd like to see it cool off a little bit before we joined in if we thought we're thinking about shorting this. So right now, we're just going to continue to watch, see what price does. This is a big drop. Um, so if we do want to get on that ride, would love to see it at least come back up to this red line before we try to take it down somewhere to here, or maybe we wait in at 2 o'clock at market open. It digests some of the news, which again, news was pretty much as expected, so shouldn't see too much of a too much from that, and then we go from there. So again, not really liking the price action right now, just because this is equal. If it wasn't here, I'd be loving to see this, but right now we're just gonna sit and watch that. So that's DAX for us. Nothing too much going on there. Let's move over to US 30 and we'll do the same thing. So we'll go to the daily chart. And again, I'm going kind of fast, but I want to get set up. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. So again, let's mark out our daily range for now. And as you can see, not much is happening right now. Again, I would not be surprised if we don't see much happen with the Dow or Nasdaq, just because we have a lot of news coming out later today. Um, but let's look at anyway. Let's put some lines in here. Somewhere there. Top of these kind of matches up over there. What goes here? This is kind of the open where we had that gap the other day. All right. And then above, if it breaks the high of that, then the next target we could be thinking going up to somewhere up there. Again, we can make these. If this is too big of a move because we are scalping. I mean, what is this move here? Yeah, it's like 120 pips. We could put a red line in there, kind of give a halfway point. But let's look at it on the hourly first. So first things first, I see is we've got equal highs right here. So this to me absolutely is going to be a place to keep an eye on for it, because if it comes back up here, if we can break that retest, then maybe we get enough energy to keep on going up. But also unsurprisingly, maybe we go up double top, or maybe we just consolidate here and drop down because we've already kind of given it a rally. Is it going to drop down? Don't know yet, but let's see here. So that's that. And then on the way down, we have all of this kind of consolidation. We have all these and kind of all the same level. So kind of all right here for support. Probably put this a little bit lower. So somewhere, somewhere like right there, which kind of takes in these hooks over there too, something like that. Okay. But let's look at the 5 because we're going to be able to, because this has been really consolidating on the 5. So we can draw some 5-minute support and resistant lines. So there's one. If you want to hit another target, maybe we aim for up here. Which again, you could just put a red line if you want. And then for down here, all right. So that's all we need for this one as well. So let's see. So kind of tried to break down here, but we're now wicking back up. So let's continue to see what happened. We do have the 9 nearing the 200, so we could see a bit of what we call a golden cross. Um, but let's see if this can build up a little bit, maybe pick up some bids and then drive back farther down. And we could be picking up a short, somewhere down here, maybe below the low of the day, which the low of the day is kind of now changed. And then should be a little lower, I think, right about there. All right. So going back up, let's look at German. Let's look at the German 30. Look at DAX. Again, we had a big move. Let's see if this can pull back up, maybe to this red line, and then we can catch cool off our RSI a little bit, which it's cooling off a bit, 31, 32. Let's see if we can cool off a bit more, maybe come up here and then start driving back down as well. Looking at this on the hourly, again, we see it drive down a little bit, but let's see if it'll close. What will happen over the next? Why are my candles? I don't even know why my candles are doing this. Why is it showing that? Let's look at the 15 then, because my 15s are right. So yeah, big 15-minute candle down. Maybe we open up on the next 15, come back up, and then we drive back down. Let's see. Again, the reason we're not getting in now is we don't want to rush things. We don't want to just hop in. And the reason why we're not getting in, because check this out. Down to the 200, wicked, closed right at the 200. Again, came back down, but closed above the 200. And now we just got there. So a lot of indecision right now. We really want to see if this is going to break down. We probably need to pull back up, pick up some more volume, and then we can maybe have enough pressure to push it down. Um, but again, we don't want to chase it. And right now, just it kind of came down and is now just doing squat. So let's continue, wait and see what happens here with this as we continue on. Again, would have loved to get in on this candle, but again, like you could have drawn a line up here, maybe got in, but it never did retest anyway. So again, we're just gonna wait and see. And I promise the market's gonna give us an opportunity to trade at some point today. So we're not gonna rush it and just hop in, buy something where we had momentum really go. It's overbought. Um, sure, it could just continue to drive down and never give us a pullback. But again, we're not seeing much momentum right now with this movement. And the reason I wouldn't want to buy it now is if I did, where do you think I would put my stop loss? Well, I could easily see price coming up to here. So my stop loss would at least have to be up here. So if I got it now, I see some momentum finally starting to break down. But if I do that, and I'm even aiming for down here, like it's at best a 1-to-1. So again, I would have liked to see it pull up, start seeing some momentum, hopped in on it as it broke here. Wherever it broke, then I could put my stop loss a bit tighter, and then we could be looking at a 2-to-1, right? But at this point, we've seen it try to break down twice, and it's just not being able to do that. So we're gonna just keep monitoring it, seeing what happens. Let's go back over to US 30, see what's happening here. Again, US 30 trying, um, but came down, went up, tested 200, came down, but back up. Tried to go back up, nothing happened, came down, couldn't get down. So again, a lot of indecision, not a lot of volume, not a lot of movement right now. So we're just going to continue watching, waiting. If what we get now is we get a push down, then we could wait. If we get a retest back up to the green line, then drop, then that means we could put our stop loss somewhere up here by the 9 and we could then continue trying to drive down. But again, nothing happening right now. So we'll just continue monitoring. And right now, could also yesterday's really surprised, at least Levi and I while we were trading, really surprised us when we got this big. When were we trading yesterday? This is today, right? I don't know. It's just been super bullish in general, right? So yesterday, where were we trading yesterday? It was the 10th at around. Yeah, we were right here. So I was expecting it to come down here and just keep driving, and instead it came down here, went back up, did come down again, but just hit the 200 and then just took off. So let's see which way we're gonna go with this today. Again, we've kind of that's the reason we put these boxes here is because what price did before, price tends to go where it has been before, not new places. So we're gonna wait. We saw it come down to here. Now it's rejected it so far. A couple candles. Are we gonna now start to build and kind of just bounce off this 200 and go bullish? Kind of test the high of yesterday. Oh, who knows? Or is this just picking up enough that we can now drop off? Like again, we could change this line if we wanted to trade a bit more aggressively and go here. But again, I don't like this and this all combined. So for me, I want to see price break below this, come back up, retest, and then drive down. Because if it does, yeah, we have some hourly support here as well. But just look on the 5 minute, we could fill all of this candle here. So I would love to see, if it did break down, we enter here, we put a stop loss somewhere probably above the 9, and then we could look to fill that wick. Like that's something that we could do. Where's my price doodad? Yeah. So maybe we see price just come up to here, and then I'd like to see it drive down, come back up, we pick it up, and then we take it down. Consequently, we could also see it now just come up, drive down, back up, drive down a little bit, break this, and then if it came down here, we could pick up a long and try to take it up there. So those are kind of our two options for kind of my two options for today. Those would be my two setups that I'm waiting to, and we're just waiting to see which one is going to transpire. I'm going to remove these arrows off the screen so we can actually see what's going on. And just make these a bit smaller for now. But these are going to be my two potential setups that I'm looking for today, to kind of, and if we get lucky, maybe we drive all the way down here. So let's just wait and see. Again, US 30, we don't know what's going to happen there. Let's look at, okay, so we have DAX, kind of, again, not much happening here, but building up. So we're going to keep watching this because if this now decides to drive back down, and then I would love to be a part of that. If we can now get some momentum, breaking down and closing below here. So it's almost touched that red line. Again, I said, let's test the half of that line and then see if we drive down. And same thing for as for US 30. You know, two things I'm looking to get, like I'd love to get in on this, and probably if it breaks down, we're talking something like that. Or if it's going long, then we're looking for something once it hits above here, we're looking to again, that I don't really like this because it's kind of the top, but if it came down retested, we would be taking it. Again, it would be a short scalp. Like we would just be going for, it wouldn't be going very far. So that's kind of but if it has some momentum, maybe we make a new high and we keep driving. So I do like this consolidation. Like we would consider, we are definitely in an uptrend, right? Like, so if we take short, uh, it's really a counter trade because our trend, if you just look on 5, is just for the past few days has been up. So long term down, sort of, but short term definitely an uptrend. So bit of a counter trade, but again, we're scalping on the 5 minutes, so we don't really care what it's been doing in the long term because we're just trying to catch it for a few pips. So let's continue to watch, monitor, and see what happens here. Again, not seeing much volume here on the DAX. Again, I'd love to see it drive up to here. Get a little loss of momentum, test our 9, and then if we can get a good candle down, that's when I would be tempted to hop in. Even if if it's a little bit above this, that's kind of okay for me. So we could look at putting this somewhere like here instead. Kind of getting all these wicks in it, so we could consider wicks are already in it. It's just the problem is I don't like this long wick here, down to this daily low, which is kind of respected. um, but it did break down. So let's continue to watch. It's still building. We definitely haven't gone in because there's been no volume down, and we do have a bit of a strong move now. We're getting a bit of a more strong movement up. So we'll just continue monitoring, see what happens. Checking our spreads again, trading at 1 o'clock on the on German 40 or DAX or whatever you want to call it, depends on the broker. Your spreads are pretty, like my spread right now is 2.1. During London, after London Open, it's like 0.5 or something. So it's a lot It's a lot better. But again, this is kind of moving up where I'd like to see it. So we had this big movement down. We're now getting a retracement half of that candle. And then if we can reject this 9, let's see what happens now. But again, we're getting a big, strong movement up. And anything in between these two boxes, for me, I'm not trading. So this would be consolidation for me. Anything in the white box, not trading. We don't know where it's going. There's a lot of people that maybe you scalp in between this range, right? So you wait for it to retest right here, and then you try to take it up to here. That's fine. Just not my style. I need to see it. I don't trade in ranges like this. So let's see what happens. Again, all right, we saw a wick up here. Rejection of the 9. Let's see what happens though. We still got yeah, this is only the first minute of this for this 5-minute candle, and it's flying right now. So could this perhaps have been a liquidity grab? You see, I'm sure there's a lot of traders that had their stop losses under here. So it came down, stop loss here because they were expecting this to continue. So stop losses under here. And then check this out. This probably triggered a lot of people and they got triggered out. So we would expect to see price bounce. So if we see price bounce, then we would expect to see it, and we go from there. So we would expect it gets picks up a bunch of people stop losses, gives it some liquidity to bounce up, and so now let's see what happens. Again, are we going to reject this level up here? And if so, maybe then we can consider getting in. Again, I wouldn't be getting in unless it breaks, unless it comes back down past the 200, right? So I would put my stop loss above there. And I want to see it. I want to see it come down below the open of the previous candle. And if so, that would be a nice setup for me. I'd be saying, okay, gave it a chance. Check out the RSI. So we've had a chance to cool off a bit. We're at 40, we're at 40 now. So we've cooled off the RSI a bit, giving us some room to come back down. So let's just wait and see how things transpire here. All right, so 1 more minute left. Let's go look at US 30 while we're waiting. Again, use the US 30 in this box. Again, I'm not trading anything in this box. Nothing. We got to see. But I do like this. It came up. It's come down, went up and tested again. Can we get some volume and some momentum coming back down? If so, maybe we pick it up down here. All right. So I'm in on DAX here. Got that momentum candle that I was hoping for. Got my stop loss up here. Have that nice breakdown, and we're gonna aim for just going down to here. Let's see if we can get that. So new 5-minute candle here, opening up. We had a rejection of the 9. Some momentum coming back down. So retraced up, tested, momentum coming down. Now let's see if we can again break this the previous low of day, which we can move this down because that's a new low of day. Let's see if we can break that and continue to drive down to this next level that we have here. Get my spreads are a bit wide on DAX right now, so we'll see what happens. Price going back up, retesting the 9, retesting half of that candle. So let's see. Still liking how it looks, but we want to make sure that we give it enough room to breathe here. So we'll put our stop loss up there. And we'll wait and see what happens here. Came up, had momentum coming back down. 9 coming down towards the 200. So we could have starting the formation of a golden cross, but let's continue to watch, see if we can break this low now that we've kind of tested and rejected up here multiple times. Got in on that candle, now nothing's happening. It's gonna have a repeat of yesterday? I don't know. Let's find out. So look at this on the 15. So there's our 15. Here's our 5. Get big candle coming back up to retest the 9. Are we going to hold, or is it going to break through and we're going to build up and we're going to start going bullish or back into this consolidation? Don't know yet. So let's continue watching. 1 minute for this about until we get a new 30-minute new 15 and 30-minute in the candle into the market. Are we going to hold this red line, which we drew half of this red candle? Are we gonna break through it and close above? So next minute will be important where this closes to kind of see where our momentum is going as we shift into the next 15 minutes or so. All right, 15 seconds to go. Going bullish, trying to close above. New candles, we're opening red. Are we going to break back down? Or are we just going to start pushing back up? Let's wait and find out. We've closed above the green box. Initially driving down. Breaking back down. Is it going to come half of this again? We're looking at the going in the opposite direction now. Is it going to hold half half of this green candle and break back up, or are we going to break back down and start making for a new low? Let's wait and find out. At this point, we don't know. But what we do need it to do though is break down here below half of this green candle. Maybe come back up and retest it and then continue driving back down. Right now, it doesn't look like that's what we're going to get, but let's continue waiting to find out. So I'm going to duplicate this, move over to US 30. US 30, we're sitting in that consolidation box. Nothing much happening there, so we're just going to continue sitting here. I'm going to continue watching DAX. US 30, nothing's broken down, nothing broken above. So move back over to DAX. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. So it's some equal highs here. It came down, but rejected it. We're still continuing to push higher. So if it comes up to equal with this candle, then I'm going to be out. So that to me indicates that it's not going to break down, and we'll have to wait for a new entry. So again, we'll see what happens here. It's been a bit of a rough last couple days. Monday was good for us. Made some money on Monday. Yesterday, lost our first trade. So we're gonna look for gonna look for a little bit better luck here today. But again, all we can do is follow our rules and let the chance dictate what happens after that. So again, just gonna continue watching. Not much has happened with this candle. We've tried to push a little higher, have not been able to. We've definitely tried to push down, haven't been able to. So a lot of indecision right now, especially on the 5 minute candles here. It's 15 as well. You can see over here, not much happening. So we'll continue watching, continue seeing where price is going to go. Is it just going to come up here? Now we're going to see it break down, or is it going to push up and we're going to sit in this consolidation box for the morning? Like, I don't know yet. Let's wait and see. So big push down right now. Pushing down a little bit, trying to put break down. Is it going to have enough? Is it going to have enough momentum to break and put close below this red line or close below this red line? Let's find out. If so, maybe we then start generating enough momentum to break down. But this was a lot of bullish volume here, a big push. So let's see if we can reject that. We did reject it once. We've tried to make a new high. We've been unable to. So let's see where this candle closes in the next 5 seconds. So we're going to come up, test the candle. Are we going to drive up, make a new high? Or are we just going to come up, test a little bit, and then break down? Let's see. Made a new high. So not stopped out yet, but we will be momentarily here. So we made a new attempt. Are we just going to pick up some volume here and now so we can push back down? That kind of just stopping some people. We had doing essentially squeezing out. We have people thinking we were going bullish, push high, pick up some more volume. Now we're breaking down. Maybe. That's a big wick we picked up there. Big rejection wick up there. Now let's see. Can we start driving down now and break this 200? So even if this doesn't go the way we want, I do want to make this as a learning opportunity, right? If nothing else. So the reason why we did put this here, you'll see the stop loss came up. Why did we put our stop loss up here? Because again, this is kind of where prices come before. So we would expect it to come back up here and retest that area. So that's why we put it all the way up here, giving it a little bit of room to come up, retest this area, pick up some more liquidity before driving back down. We saw a nice rejection here once. Can we pick? Can we now start pushing it down? Let's see. Again, like how that looked. It came up. There we go. Can we break this red line? Again, we 50% of this green candle. That's why we drew the red line. Can we make a new lower low now compared to the last 5-minute candle? Yes, we can. There's our new lower low. So now can we start pivoting, kind of make this and start pushing down? Let's find out. So, so we've kind of pivoted there. It's pushing down. Can we now use that to momentum to push back down? Nice rejection wick. Again, we have wick here, wick here, wick here. Now, they're a little higher, but they're all wicks. Price hasn't been able to close above this line. So we'd love to see this now. We've kind of built up, kind of retraced though. Because again, let's see, it retraced about, up to, hasn't been able to close above this. If we were to draw fibs, I don't believe in fibs, but let's say a lot of people do. So if we do this, what did it do? Retraced up 0.786, and now we're pushing back down. Can we close below the 5? Continue push down? Let's find out. It looks like we may be able to. Ooh, wrong line. Let's erase these fibs. All right. So we're starting to push. We're going to be closing below the green. Can we close below the green line? That is our question. Um, Otherwise, we don't want to have it equal and we push up and we start barcoding and we push back up. So let's see in the next minute where we close within the next minute of this. At a minimum, we need to close below this red line. So we can then maybe push back up, retest it, and then continue to push back down. Again, we've only got 20 minutes till market open, so I was hoping that this trade would play out a bit faster than it did because we had this momentum down. That's when we entered. It did not work out for us, but now let's see. Do we have enough momentum? We need to break this 200. Again, this did not break it. We've seen a lot of wicks on this 200. So is that 200 going to continue to hold, or can we push back down? So again, now we're going back up. Are we going to close above this green box in the middle of it? Below this red line? I don't know. Let's wait and see. A lot of indecision. All right. So again, close right at the 9. Doesn't really tell us anything. Tried to go up, tried to go down, couldn't do either. No one's in control. So let's continue to monitor. Now, still hasn't been able to, still hasn't been able to close above here. You can draw a line if we want up here, but it hasn't been able to close above here. And kind of could call this a bit of a pivot point, but let's wait and see where price goes. Are we going to try it again? It can go up. Is it going to be able to close above? Or is it just going to go pick up another wick and drive back down? Let's wait and see. Equal highs. Driving back down now. Man, we've had a lot of wicks. Are we going to keep driving, or are we going to reject it again and continue to come back down? Let's wait and see. Driving down, driving up. Still can't decide what it's doing. Well, we've definitely got some sellers trying to keep it, push it back down. It's having a hard time. Again, each time it comes up, we see wicks, wicks, wicks. It's gone up. We've seen more wicks, but are we going to see it now push up, or do we get rejected one more time and start breaking down again? We've seen price try to break down multiple times, hasn't been able to. We've seen it try to go up multiple times, hasn't been able to. So been a bit of a choppy market the last couple days. Let's see where this goes. I'm still in this trade, but if it comes up here just a bit higher, we're going to be knocked out of the trade. So let's just wait and see. Yep, and I am out. So just ticked me out. All right, well, that's it for now. We're gonna wait for the market open now, before we can get into anything else. Bit disappointing. Again, we had a nice breakdown below that, came up, tested, rejected, back down, and then we entered when it went below that line. So again, nice entry, nice entry. Like, I'm not complaining about it. Sure, we could say maybe the two should have waited until it went past the 200. Um, but again, that fit my criteria. We were patient. We didn't enter too soon, even when it broke down multiple times, and then we got this nice rejection. Like, a lot of times, we would see that continue to break down. So I'll take that any day. Not concerned. I will take that any day of the week. And now we're seeing it start to build again. So, now we're just going to hang out for the next 15 minutes till market open and see what other opportunities we are brought. Yeah, wow, look at US 30 just bouncing and flying. So are we going to see yesterday we saw a DAX just fly. So we're going to see a repeat of yesterday? I don't know. But we're going to wait and find out. Let me switch this back over. There we go. And while we're waiting, maybe we go over and we chart Nas. How about that? So let's go over to the Nasdaq, and we'll start at the top again. Nasdaq having quite the push, and again, might not see much from the U.S. indices today until we have news. Just marking out our lines here on the 1 hour. And now let's drop down to the 5 and see what we've got. All right. So I have no idea. Wow. So this was yesterday. Wow. I have not seen this. So this was during the New York afternoon session. Just did absolute squat. But we got a lot of room both ways, man. So if this breaks up, goes down bullish, like yeah, we could hop on that train. Could break down, go down that way. Like they're saying, could go either way. Again, if we look at it on the daily, you know, you tell me which way do you think it's gonna go. I mean, it's kind of set in the middle. If you want to really look at it in a long-term perspective, we're kind of like if you draw a trend line here, could we be getting close to the top of the trend line, break down a little bit? Maybe. Or are we in this trend line that's going up this way? Maybe. Who knows? Right now, we're just gonna wait and see. Let's go back, see what our DAX trade did. Yeah, just not doing much, right? So, just ticked us out there. Again, you can see it hasn't closed above right here. So, 15,384 or something. Um, So would not shock me to open if this starts getting shot down, but I thought it was going to go up and then shoot down yesterday, and it just kept shooting up. So, you never know. I'm going to leave this up though, just not I won't erase it yet because I do want to be able to screenshot it for my trading journal. And I want to see if it played out, and I just got wicked out because honestly, as I said, it fit my rules. Like I liked that as a trade. I honestly had my stop loss here to begin with. The reason I moved it a little bit was my spreads were pretty high, and it only I'm not risking big loss sizes here, so I could afford to move it back up slightly, just to give me room for the price actually to get up here. Uh, because yeah, the spreads on DAX were pretty high at the time I got into the trade. Again, they were like 2.4, 2.6, and now it's 0.6. Yeah, so spreads are a lot better now. So we're gonna just wait and see. We got about 10 minutes till to market open here. Again, a lot of this stuff is just in consolidation, so let's wait and see. Will I be disappointed if I just got ticked out of this? Oh, you can believe it. But it is what it is. You have a stop loss there for a reason. Your stop loss there is because once it reached up here, uh, price was not going the way I thought it was, and I didn't want to be part of it. We had a couple. We had a nice rejection. It came back up, had that nice rejection. It still wasn't enough, so I wanted to be out of it. It went back up again, and it did. But again, the market is not. Anyone who tells you they can predict the market, they can't. The market is an aggregate of human behavior, right? And it doesn't matter how good you are at predicting human behavior. The fact is, humans are unpredictable. And so the market is going to do unpredictable things at times. Doesn't matter how well you analyze, how well you back test, how well you forward test. Even the best traders are going to be wrong. So I'm currently up 2.6 for the last 2 weeks of trading, which again, some people that's not very much, but I'm only risking 0.5% um, per trade. And so the fact is, I've lost now three in a row. Is that a big deal? No. I mean, the fact is, you flip a coin. How many times if you flip a coin, is it how? What's the chance of it landing three times in a row on heads? Well, it's 50%. It's what, two times two, 4, 8. I think like 1 in 8 chance that, so 15% of the chance, there's a 15% chance that you lose three trades in a row. So not a big deal, especially when it only takes 1.5 trades. All I need to take is 2 trades and I'm up, right? So again, not the end of the world. We're just gonna continue to watch this. Price can't really tell. This has happened the last 2 days. Usually price moves kind of nice, especially it was slow, but then we got that big move, and then it just decided to waffle around and consolidate. So we're just gonna sit back and relax. And at this point, honestly, uh, if it wants to break down, we're gonna need to see it like break the low of day, retest, and then keep going because I don't want to essentially get into a because we have all these rejection wicks as well. I don't really want to get into a double bottom situation, where it kind of comes down. Um, so let's wait and see. If it can come down, close, then maybe we get something. Again, I'm leaving this here just because my trade journal, I want to be able to journal my trades so that I can look at them in the past and see what happened. But yeah, again, I'm going to continue looking at my journal and seeing how these trades are doing for me at 1 p.m. because maybe I just need to start trading after the open. But I've had it historically, data says that I make money at 1 o'clock, so I'm still following the data. But if that data changes as I get larger data sets, then maybe I need to look at it. And again, we've got news for the U.S. today. So maybe that's affecting something. We're about 5 minutes out from the open here, so we're just going to continue sitting back and enjoy the ride. Got to stay hydrated. Again, US 30 trading inside the box. Again, look at all this garbage. Like, oh my word, this is some of the worst price action I have ever seen. That's just, yeah, how do you trade that? Like, that's just incredible. Oof. And as it's even worse. I mean, wow. Have you ever seen this before? I haven't. And like, that is just insane. uh, but, you know, one of the statements that I really like from some guys that I follow is, listen, price isn't going to stay in one spot forever, right? It's got to move, and we've seen it been moving. Like it's moving. Like check out this move. Imagine if you'd gone in on that. Like that's just a beautiful, beautiful move. Um, how far can you ride it? Well, who knows? But that's glorious. But the fact is, price is not going to just stay in this. I mean, honestly, it's this box. But if it breaks below the screen line in the 200, then like I would be happy to hop on it a bit premature because this I don't feel has as much effect as this does. It's and this I don't know what happened yesterday. And let's see if DAX makes us sad. It does appear that it's gonna make us sad. Look at it breaking down. And then if market open, it just drives all the way down. I will be so pissed. Like again, there's no shoulda, woulda, coulda, and the fact is, your trading career is not based off of one trade, right? It's not even based off of 2 or 10 or 20. It's based off of like hundreds. So don't worry about it. But the fact is, if we got stopped out of this one and then it drops, which I think it will be disappointing. because it means we will have called it. We did wait patiently. Um, Maybe not patiently enough, but it fully rejected everything. It's a good trade, so don't get discouraged. If you look at your trade and go, yeah, that was a great trade, like don't worry about it. You're gonna lose good trades. At least I do. Statistically, you're gonna lose good trades. Yeah, there it goes. And we'd currently be sitting in profit. This box is not exact. Let me move it up. We literally got ticked out. We literally got wicked out by 1 pip. Dang. All right, well, let's see what happens here. So we're changing our loan zones a little bit now because with market open, we've got this line here up here. So we can trade a bit more aggressively. Once market opens, we see what it's doing. Dang. Well, guys, it was a great call. It was a great call, and we just missed the ride. But again, no new lower low. So again, this is not something where you gotta wait for market open, see what happens. Um, because are we gonna see it just take off now? Or what? Let's see. Market open in 8 seconds. Are we gonna see it drive down and just pick up some wicks? Are we gonna see it shoot up? Who knows? Join the party. So opened up bullish. Again, sit this out. Don't try to predict which way it's gonna go. You don't know. Don't care anyone who tells you they do. So as you can see, we're in the first 30 seconds. It's gone bullish. It's gone bearish. It's gone up. It's gone down. It's pulled. It's pushed. Which way is it gonna go? Okay, the new lower lows finally put in now. But now check this, shoot back up. This is why you don't trade the open, right? Every time I'm tempted to get in, I just go, this is why. Every time I've tried it before, many a time, and this is why I don't trade the open. So just be patient and let's see what happens. Which way the price is going to go? Are we going to reject off the two? Are we going to close above the 200? Kind of a double bottom here and start going bullish, maybe consolidate. Or are we going to start to push down? Let's go check out the other news. What do we have going here? So we have Dow trying to push. We have Nasdaq again trying to push. There we go. We have Dow. We have DAX breaking down. But let's see where it closes. Would have been a glorious trade, by the way. But Let's see where price closes in the next 3 minutes. Only been 2 minutes here. We still have and Dow and Nas going bullish. DAX going bearish. So again, they're going in opposite directions. They're not always correlated. Uh, But if they're not correlated, I'll admit a lot of times I'm not going to take if one's going short and two are going long. Well, again, the Dow and Nasdaq aren't always correlated, but if they're not agreed, I usually just sit and wait for a minute and wait until they're because if they're going opposite directions, to me, it just shows me that the market doesn't know what's going on. So if they're both moving in the same direction, at least I have a little, or I feel like I have some confidence. Like check this out though. This is very decidedly bullish and this is not really anything yet. But if anything, like I would have been tempted to say, oh, this is going short. But the reason I wouldn't think that is just because now check this out. So big bearish push on US, big bullish push on US 30. I'm assuming we're going to make a new high here. Then we get to see where is it going to close and to go from there. So let's continue waiting. Again, everything's still in consolidation. There's no need to rush to take a trade here. We already lost one. We don't want to lose it. We don't want to lose another one. So we need to give ourselves the best opportunity that we can to make a new to make it good make a good trade here. So now we've shown a little bit of rejection on US 30. Same for NAS. Again, they look very similar. The only difference is I feel with NAS, we've got this big candle on the 15 minute that I would love and 5 big candle and mostly on 5, isn't it? I'd love to see us go up and fill that, but let's wait and see. Now, where are we going to close in the next 30 seconds? We can move this one out right now. So we're going to push up, and then maybe we start thinking about we take it long. Um, or are we gonna just now continue pushing down, maybe fill this wick and continue short? Don't know yet. Gotta wait and see. So again, trying good to go to break down. Just consolidating though. There's our new push down. But nothing closing below. Nothing closing below, so I'm not in it yet. And there's our break upwards. So as far as I can tell right now, price is just consolidating. You know, it's not doing much. It doesn't know what it's doing. Got a lot of indecision. I mean, market open just dojied us up, went up and down, made people think it was going both. I'm sure a lot of people lost money short and long on that candle, and that's why we're not trading it. But again, just be aware, nothing's closed below this, so it's tempting. Yeah, you want to hop in, you don't want to miss this big. You see this big red can, you see this wick, then you see this go up and test, and you see this big red candle. Well, the reason we're not buying that is because we still haven't seen anything close below this level up here. So if we want to get in on this, we need to see this come down, close, retest, and then break down farther, right? So again, we just see a lot of consolidation. Let's wait and see though. There's definitely room here. This is looking good. But each time it goes down, looks what's happening. Sucking back up. That's again why we're not buying it. We haven't seen anything close. based off of price action. Like, check out this on the 1 minute. Like, we're not trading on the 1 minute, but tell me, based off this price action, can you tell me which way the market's gonna go? No, up, big down, up, big rejection, up, doji, down, up. Like, we don't even. So that's why we're literally not trading right now. We're just sitting and watching till again, it's not going to trade in this box forever. So we got this little box right, got this box right here. This is our consolidation zone, and if the price is in there, we're not trading it. So we're just sitting back. We're gonna see what happens here. Again, I feel like price wants to break down. Like it keeps trying. It definitely hasn't been making. It hasn't definitely haven't been going up, but it hasn't been able to close down here either. It keeps getting sucked back up. So I feel like it's trying. And it would not surprise me that we see a breakdown. And let's look at our hourly while we're waiting. Like we could see this. Like if it breaks down, we have a lot of room for it to go. Especially if we're just calling. If we just want to, just on this last move, have it come down to like 618 area. Like there's a lot of room down here, a lot of candles to fill. So let's see. Let's see where we close here in the next minute. Are we going to get a close below, or are we going to get are we going to get just sucked back up and keep trading this consolidation? A lot of indecision. Not much happening. All right, I'll continue waiting. So now, close green. Again, still haven't made a new higher high for the last 10 minutes. So can we make a new higher high here and start pushing out of here? That's fine. Again, indices aren't doing much. Just in this big consolidation window. DAX trying to figure out who it is. Is it a bear? Is it a bull? It doesn't know. We don't know. Staying hydrated. Now we're seeing something. Okay. Now we're getting drive down. But I still want to see a close below. Got a lot of times where prices push down. Are we going to keep pushing? Or are we going to get sucked back up? But there's a reason we don't buy these candles without waiting for a close, because it's just sucked back up. Check that out. Some of the worst price action I've seen in a while. So can we make a new higher high here and start building and drive out of here? Because my word, still haven't broken that. So let's clean shop a little bit. So we've got that. This one doesn't really matter anymore. Let's get rid of that. Got this up here. This is gonna be resistant. This was half of whatever line, but sure, we'll put it there because it hasn't been able to break that. So let's focus on this. This is our chart right now. We'll just go quick over and check this one again. Indices are trying to build, but they're not yet. We did make a new lower low here, but there's a lot of buyers down here. Buyers, 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 buyers. I mean, goodness, how many times have we tried to get down there and just uh, they don't want to let it down there. So at this point now, I'm thinking we're gonna go bullish. I mean, honestly, like that's just what price seems to indicate to me. Could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, we just sure we could say higher. There's lower highs and lower lows um here for sure, but in the grand scheme of things, if we're looking at it on here, that is indeed not the case if we are looking at it on the on the 15. So how do I undo these things? There we go. All right, still haven't made a new higher high here yet. So need to see it break this and start getting some momentum. There we go. Momentum out of here. And again, I'm gonna have enough momentum to break out of here and start going. Or is it just gonna come back up, go up here and just shoot back down? We continue to trade in this. All right, we're breaking out. So based off of that, can we make enough headway to get out of here? Dow Jones, breakout, going bullish. And let's see if Dow's going to do the same. Let's see if DAX is going to do the same thing. So above this red line, can we hold the red line? Hold the 200. Continue on to build on out of here. So let's continue watching. Gonna come down for a retest. DAX starting to break up. All right. Are we gonna get a close above this red box? Get to turn the color. No, came down, retested. Let's see if we can push up now. This is looking good. We're building. See if we have enough to push out of here now. So we're in on this. I don't guess I didn't say that, not used to it, but anyway. When it broke, came down, entered here. So we're now going long. I mean, ideally up to here, but if we could go up to the high of that wick, that would be beautiful. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what we get here over the next few minutes. Definitely like this. These are all we're all pushing. Dow looking beautiful. This would have been a nice buy as well. Uh, but we're in on this one. I never enter two trades at once on the indices because they all move together so much. So let's see if this can just pop a little bit. Nice. Continue to push. 220. Got 2 minutes left on this candle. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Nice push. We're gonna have enough push to head out to the high of day. Let's find out. All right, pushing nicely. Pushing very nicely. Now, are we going to reject? I'm moving to break even. I'm 1R here, so I'm at break even now. Let's see. Are we going to have enough energy to push on, enough energy, but enough volume, enough buying to push out of here? It's a big candle. Very big on the 15 minutes. So we're just kind of following this 15-minute volume. Let's see if we can date this for a new high. Let's see where we close here in the next 15 seconds. 18 seconds left. Let's see where we close. And again, then let's see where his price is going to come down. Test half of this candle. And then keep pushing up, or are we going to come back down? Again, this is a scalp. If you want to get out of here, it would have been a good spot. Kind of matched equal highs up here. It would have been a good spot to get out. I'm still holding because I like the bullish move. I like the move on the 15. I think we can keep pushing higher. But that's just me. Let's see if we can hold this. So came down, tested half of that candle. Nice. Kind of what we expect. Now, can we continue to push on out of here? Again, looking like a nice trade. Again, is this a play somewhere where you possibly want to scale out? Maybe. Like that's a nice move. We're going right into this. This is definitely a supply area, definitely a resistance area. I think we can push through it, um, but let's wait and see. We may not be able to. So that was a good move. Again, now we're seeing rejection. So let's see where it continues to go. Rejected again. Equal highs. Okay. Good. DAX continuing to build. US 30 looking good, continuing to build. Came down, retested the area, rejected it. Let's see now if we can push up just to this line. We don't need to go far. We can push up to this line if possible. Guess I'm not talking much. Kind of got into trade here, and then yeah. So German 30, German 30, beautiful trade. New broke high of day. Just yeah, gorgeous. So it can definitely exit there or continue to hold, but I would definitely be looking at when you're going to exit, have an exit plan, get out, make some nice pips on that. Beautiful trade there. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Again, why you leave stop losses where they're supposed to be instead of moving break even. We moved break even here, we would have been knocked out. As it is, yeah, we're building a little bit. Let's see if we can continue to push. Um, right. So definitely pushing on out of here. 1 minute left in this candle close. Nice rejection wick off the 9 again. And can that give us enough momentum? Keep pushing up. Love to fill this big wick over to the left, but let's see what we can do. Again, at this point now, I have moved my stop loss now to that wick right here because we've come down, rejected it a couple times. So now I've moved my stop loss to right there. And now let's see, can we build, make a new higher high here? And if so, let's see if we can move on out of here. Eight seconds left on the candle, 5 minutes left on our 15. 15 looks nice. Got a nice 3 bar play here going with the on the 15. New candle open. So we're gonna again bit of a doji, but it came down, tested, recap. Now let's see, can we continue to build some momentum on out of here? There we go. New trinket. Can we make a new higher high? The way we keep going up is if we keep making new higher highs. So we really need to break this level right here, make a little high, maybe come back, pick up some more volume, and then continue to push. Let's see. Even, we need just a little tick more. There we go. Higher, new higher high, and we're working our way out of here. Nice. All right. So we're pushing, really pushing. Nice. All right, I'm moving to break even now. My rules say after I hit 1R, I move break even, so I'm at break even now. So let's see if we can continue to push just up to this red box. Maybe push a little higher. Let's see. We're continuing to push. Still pushing. Again, I would love to fill this wick, but let's wait and see. Because again, don't want to get greedy as well up here. We've had a beautiful push. Don't want to leave money on don't want to leave money on the table, but also don't want to just risk it coming dropping right back down, right? Like we do have quite a bit of resistance over here, a lot of wicks. So let's see. We're still pushing though. Still pushing. Pushing. So part of the plan, we're gonna have to have pullbacks if we want to keep going higher. Again, things are looking very nice on the hourly, right? Like we see that, but on the hourly, we came through here. Love to see it pull back a little bit, continue to push up. Uh, Again, it's a good looking chart, honestly. We had consolidation, came down, retracement, consolidation, now getting push. So let's see what we continue to do here on the 5. I'm still holding. I'm at break even. We're not going to lose anything, but also would love to see if we could break through here and possibly continue pushing up. Like there's definitely room for it, right? So again, let's draw a line. How red line halfway at 15-minute candle. Maybe it needs to come down, retest half of the candle, and then we can gather some momentum to continue to push up. If it breaks all the way back down, yeah, then we're out of the trade. But we're not going to lose anything. So let's just continue to wait and see. Retracements are always part of the process. So again, if you can't handle the retracements and the pullbacks, you're probably risking too much, or you don't trust your plan. And the market moves in waves. So if I show you this on the one, check this out. Every time we go up, so we come up, retrace back down, go up, retrace back down, go up, retrace back down, go up, retrace back down. Now let's see if we can retrace back down, maybe down here, and then we go back up. And if you want to do a trailing stop, you can put your stop loss under each one. So stop loss under here, then my stop loss was under here. And actually, once we made this big move, I moved my stop loss to break even, which is right here, because I want to be at break even. But now if we can get a new push up here, then maybe we move our stop loss to this red line right here, because it's come down, kind of retested this area. If we can make a new push, then this is our new stop loss. And we just keep trailing our stop loss up here. And we can see if we can get a bigger move. But I first want to see this make a new. I don't want to put my stop loss here now yet because it hasn't really made that new swing point. But if it does, which it looks like it's going to do right now, we'll move it here. And hey, at least we capture ourselves a little bit of profit. And perhaps can get ourselves a lot more profit depending on what the market does here. Again, we don't know, but let's see. So is this going to open? We get a new little push. So let's go back to the 5, which is what we were watching. Came down, retested. Let's see. So pushing for a new high. Can we get it? Got 1 minute left. Currently had equal highs. Can we get it to push up a little bit farther? Hey, what's up? I am still trading. I lost my first one. I actually thought I had a really nice move, so it was just a bad luck, and then I just got out of a Dow trade, which was really nice. So I was in a German 30 trade that I broke even on, which sucked because it came down barely to my break even. I was trading I guess I was trading a little FOMO-ish and removed the break even because I'd lost my first trade. I think made me a little fearful, and it went on to hit like 3R, and I was in on double lots because I had re-entered, so it would have been just like a beautiful trade. Uh, but anyways, yeah, wow. Well, I exited Dow at exactly the right time. Let me call you on Zoom. I'll share my screen. I'll send you a link. Yeah, wow, look at the charts flying. This is why you get out of charts, and this is why we have these red lines. Like, trading right into that red line. That's why I said we got to be careful. Yeah, look at Dow. How we exited at the right time, which is good. But now, what are we going to see here? We're going to see a bit of a pullback and then can drop back down, possibly. Love to see a bit of a pullback back up here. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? There we go. Hello, can you hear me? There you go. Wow, did you just see the drop we got on everything? I got out of Dow right at the top. Here, I'll show you my screen. All right, share screen. There you go. Yeah. So where's my Dow trade? Yeah. So there was my, I moved my break stop loss to break even, so that's why it's not showing up. But my Dow trade was right there. So caught it on this bid. Once this came down, retested, entered, and then got it for a nice trade. And then, woof, yeah, yeah. And then here's my trade I took earlier. I'll show you, see what you think. So I got in, I saw this big candle, waited, came up, rejected, and when it broke this one, I entered here. Stop loss right there, and just got wicked out over here. And it just never ended up breaking down. But that was my trade. So I liked it. Like it came down, was patient, big movement down then, and yeah, anyway. No, it was a good trade as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, do not. Yeah, yeah. Now the question is, did we have this big candle and now we're gonna go back bullish, or is it we just gonna get nice little, or do we get a nice little retracement halfway up and then and then it goes, goes short? Yeah. So, anyways. There's been some news, but it's not like anything particular. Like, yeah, no. It has been, man. I'm just at break even for the day and happy about it. So I have to admit, if this comes up and rejects back down, like I would be tempted to go, like it's not really reversal trading to me because I mean it's not. I mean we're in consolidation though. I might need to see it break down farther. I don't know. What do we get? US 30 still. Wow, it's just a big candle. Yeah, it's breaking down. Yeah, they're all breaking down. I don't like those big moves sometimes. They're very deceiving. They do. They're FOMO candles for sure. Yeah, I'm much better when you've actually got like, stuff going slow. wonder why your audio for some reason, like I don't see your audio showing up today for streaming. It's weird. Like, what's going on? I can hear you, but for some reason I don't think you're showing up on OBS for some reason. Maybe if I remove you as a source and then I add you again. Okay. So, okay. Let me add. Let me add you again as a source. Audio. Probably like screen capture. Okay. Window capture. Zoom. There we go. Let's see. Can you talk now? Yeah, I don't think anything's coming through. Really weird. It was yesterday. Um, I can hear you, but I don't think my thing is seeing you. Let me stop sharing screen for a second. Let me try to add you as a audio output. No, audio input, video capture. Okay. There, try it now. The clock. No, why would I want the clock? What's wrong with you? All right, try it now. Ah, there we go. We got you now. Yeah, I've got you now. Don't know what was going on there. And at some point, I actually have to learn how to use this, but for now, if we had time to be able to be on ahead of time with you, then I could have it figured out. It's kind of hard once you join in the middle of shenanigans. All right, cool. Now you're good to go. Now we can actually. I don't know. It's a good question. What do you think? Now your audio is not there anymore. I don't know where your audio is going. What's wrong with it? I can hear you. I mean, you're broken up. I'm assuming you're using headphones. But oh, I like this. Yeah, it is moving fast. Like I feel like it might be too late now. Yep. Oh yeah. Wow. They look exactly the same. I'm still not opposed to getting into a Dow because I think it's gonna, but a DAX short, I mean. But problem is, I don't really like know what it's doing. Like the big could be manipulated, just bounce off this. Like I think if I wouldn't take it short, it'd have to come all the way down here first. Because yeah, it's a good thing I didn't, of course, because now it's gonna bounce back, make you look like a genius. But can have Levi, let me ask you, have you ever seen this price action on the NAS during the middle of the New York session? Check this out. That is New York afternoon session. Oh, hold on. Have you ever seen this price action? New York session? Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, it has. Yeah, it's a bit choppy, but it's definitely looking like it's coming down. But right now, it's, who knows what it's doing. I mean, Naz kind of has the cleanest look right now, honestly, if it was going to break down. Yeah. Until surprise, get through the 200. Are you wearing like headphones? Because your audio sucks. Okay. Yeah. Do you have like the pros or the old ones, or what do you have? I've sent mine through the washer. Yeah, a little bit. I've sent mine through the washer. So what do you think of Dow? You think Dow drops now? Here, it's looking like a nice little. But yeah, everything's not. It's not looking like it's gonna keep drip. Like it's kind of we're just getting a little bounce now. So no, no, no. What time is it? 5:12. So we're gonna go into the first 15 minute. And this can we get this candle to now kind of again bounce up, break down, and push? Honestly, if this made a new lower low or turned red, I'd be tempted to buy that. Yeah. Kind of have a swing above the highs. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of above what the previous swing high there with the big red candle. If it drops. Yeah, if it drops. But now it's looking like it's gonna just go above it. Maybe it's gonna go and fill this fair value gap. And and then we could take it for a 300 to 1 risk to reward ratio on the Judas swing. All right, I'll be back just a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. Did you hear me speaking, Ty? Ooh, can I get in on this? I'm in too. Maybe slightly late, but yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Let's see if we can make some new lows. Now you probably entered a bit higher than me. Dang it. That's okay. Oh, close to 1R already. Dang, you took that on a tight trade. I entered it on the 5. I swing my Oh, wow, dude. Yeah, no, I entered way late then. You must have had a really tight stop loss. I would just get out, man. If you're at 1R, at least go to break even, man, because that's a screamer, and you're right at that level to the left. I would hate to see it bounce off the 200 here. Nice. Where did you put your stop loss? That was beautiful, man. Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? I can hear you. Hello, hello. Hello, governor. Can you hear me? Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Can you still hear me? No, that was a beautiful trade. Yeah, but it could just bounce here too. Yeah, you got in and out nicely, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man. Good for you, dude. So where do you put your so you just got in early? Did you get on the big 1 minute candle and then yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. And it just dropped. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So you do trade on the one still. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Yeah, now it's shooting back up. I'm gonna get like knocked out or something. I still like the way it's going. Well, I'm actually looking for it. Yeah, I'm actually looking, which is, hey, why I haven't moved my stop loss? Because depending on what it does here, like, I'd like to get back on. I'd like to get in with another lot, but right now we got to see what happens here. Yeah, but this turns around. Yeah. Let's see what happens in the next 20 seconds. If it can slow down a little bit here and we get another couple candles down, it could be nice. Sarah working tonight. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, if you already made one R, that's nice. No, it sinks. That's okay. It's all about the journey. Exactly. It's not about one trade or two trades. Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely could possibly, unless it's just swinging around to go bullish. Yeah. Looks like, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hmm. I gotcha. Yeah. I'm in on a second now. We'll see if it can just break down to the side of that level again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I need to break down a little bit more. Like I wanted to fill that wick. Hopefully it does. We've had a couple nice rejections up there. If not, it doesn't. But I'm not. As I said, all the trades I've taken today, I've had no regrets. So that's what they like to hear, governor. Now, if we can break down, I just wanted to break. Let's go. Come on, let's go. But I'm at break even because if it comes back up again, I don't want to play with it again. Like it needs to break here, you know? So let's see. It's got enough, it's got a lot of momentum. New 5 minute candle coming in. I'd love to see it just break this 200. Oh, let's see. Come up. Will we get rejected or not? Is the question. Where did I enter? So I'm entered like right there. And I'm holding. I'm gonna see if I can take this for more than if I can take this down. I would love to see it come down to low of day. Maybe being greedy though. Like it's rejected this a couple times, but let's see if it can break down. If not, I'm in it risk free. So it looks like it should. It definitely looks like it. I want it to break. I could use it, but if not, we're gonna end the day at break even for trades for the day for a trade, which I mean break even isn't the worst of the days, is it? Okay, there's our break. New little break. Now I just need it to break past this 200. Come on. Nice retest of the red line. It is trying. It's trying hard. Gonna have a new 30-minute candle here in 3 minutes. What's this look like on the half hour? I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. But we had some big moves down. Like it definitely, I feel like it wants to go down. But yeah, I'm just in at break even. So it's like either it doesn't work out or it does. But again, this is why you don't pay attention. This is why like you don't do like candlestick patterns mean squat. Because check out this. Everyone would say that is a reversal candle, you know? Yeah. Time frame. Yeah, there we go. It's bouncing around. Can't figure it out. I'm at break even. Yeah, well, I can share my screen. Here, I'll show you where I am. Here's my trade. I'm in from here. I'm at break even. Oh, there it is. But I'd like to take it down. Like I feel like with this big swing up here, I feel like we potentially could get a big move. And and since I'm in at break even, like if it can make another little swing high, like I'll trail my stop loss, but I'd really like to see if I can get it to break here and at least break down below the 200. Like I really would like to take this for a 2 to 1. Just have. Oh, there it is. Still in it though. But should I be? I don't know. Not with that huge candle coming back up. Dang. It went from being up 0.8% to being up 0.3% in 2 seconds. Yeah. Nah. Nah. Because I still think it's gonna break down, right? Like my analysis, and if I got out every time I have a candle come up, like yeah, but like I'm still gonna like I'm still in it. Should I be? Probably not, but I am. Like to me, this is just a new higher, like this is just a new swing point. Now, if we can break down, like to me, it's just cooling stuff off a little bit, and now we can continue to drop it off. But slow down. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. Well, that's why I'm not getting out because it's like getting to the point where I would want to get, what you asked me. It's like if it's getting to the point where you would want to get back in, why would you get out? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not out. Like, because if I got out right here, this is where I'd be looking to get back in if there's a drop here. So no point because it's definitely being pushed down, but it's erratic, man. It's erratic. Here's a big candle. And now if it drops below, now I'm trailing my stop loss because I'll actually have like a new, kind of lower high that I can trail my stop loss. There we go. All right. Trailing my stop loss into profit. Did you catch that at all? Huh? Uh, Choo choo! Train left yet. Train left yet the station. You're going in? Yeah, yeah. I don't like all these wicks on the 5 minute, admittedly, but there's still a lot of downward pressure and a lot of downward momentum with these bearish candles. So it's fully agreed. Now we just needed to keep pushing. Keep pushing. I don't like the fact that it's starting to look a little bit like it's going to consolidate, but hopefully not. Hopefully this can get a nice push here. But again, I don't want to get out because this is where I would be wanting to get back in if it goes my way. So like there's no point, which is so like I'm kind of committed. But I'm out. Should I have taken it for the 80 bucks? Probably. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Looking out on the 5 minute, it's a bit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I probably, but you always say you should have exit, but where I entered, that's kind of like you want to give it, yeah, you gotta trust it. You gotta trust the process. Because honestly, like, even if it goes down now, like, just where the lines are, like, it to me, it's, who knows, this could go bullish now again. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's okay. Yep. Yeah. That's a break even day. All right.